Meanwhile, Fox Business Alert, that is going to be a topical issue. Drivers paying more to fill up, but it doesn't look like they're getting fed up with the gas guzzlers. Gasoline now at its highest price ever for the start of the year. It's still rising. But look what else is rising. Sales of really big vehicles like the Dodge Durango, the Jeep Grand Cherokee. So much so that Chrysler is adding over 1,000 jobs to build them. Former GM bondholder Mark Modica says the car buyers are going for the gas guzzlers, so DC should stop fueling its green car agenda. Mark, you do raise an interesting point. That's what's on fire here. But does anyone get it?
I don't know, Neil, but it's great to see jobs being created. But more importantly, it's created by capitalism and free markets. Chrysler's going to build cars that the people want, as opposed to an agenda that's pouring billions of taxpayer dollars into producing vehicles that the majority of Americans just don't want.
But GM must see this too, right? I mean, it knows that at the best, the Volt and the disaster that's proven to be, it might be a sort of an ego loss leader, but it's a loss leader what's selling of the big guzzlers, and all the more power to them, but that's the stuff that's selling, right?
Yeah, well, the gas guzzlers are the ones that make the companies money, and I don't understand why GM isn't focusing on building cars that make money for stockholders,
because I think it's all
taxpayers.
For image. My view on this, Mark, and you and I can disagree, but I think it's all for image. It's like, remember when McDonald's in the early days started offering salads and yogurt to kids? I think it was just doing this to modify a lot of these, angry, skinny gymnasts and all that. They were saying they were having it, getting annoyed with this. So, but bottom line, the big money maker for them, the burgers, the fries, but at least they had the cover of offering this nonsense. Not that it's nonsense, but go ahead.
Well, GM's doing that, but the problem is they're sending the Hamburglar to take the taxpayers' money and put them into this vault. And there's another thing behind this is the raising cafe standards. The automakers have to build cars that are getting, by EPA estimates, 90, 100 miles per gallon to offset those gas guzzlers. So even though they're only going to sell a few thousand of them, they're going to take billions of dollars of taxpayer money to produce them, only sell thousands, and that helps them reach the cafe standards.
Oh, I never thought of that, Mark, that just even if you've got a couple of lemons...
Well, you heard it here first.
Well, that's a very good point. So this will bring them in line with those standards, even if you're selling 2.5 cars?
Part of the reason. Part of the reason is the halo effect of bringing people into dealerships, baiting and switch them over to Chevy Cruze, and part is the cafe standards, something that hasn't been reported, but definitely is playing into this at the taxpayer expense.
Where do you think it ends, though? I mean, if it's proven that the Volt has been adult, it hasn't really sold, even with the credits and everything, while there is still a strong market for hybrids, traditional hybrids, do you think the automakers still pursue in varying degrees, like Nissan has with its Leap, this technology, because they think that eventually it will register?
Well, the technology has to improve. As far as the Volt in its current state, I don't know. GM has dug the hole pretty deep. They've lost a lot of credibility, and now it appears that they're going to just try to sell more to General Electric and the government to prop up the sales and prove it's a success. And they keep playing the same hand where they say this is a big success while all evidence points that it's not. So I'm hoping that $7,500 tax credit goes away. Representative Mike Kelly from Pennsylvania has introduced a bill, and people should be behind this. The average income of a Volt buyer is $175,000. That's besides those fleet purchasers. $175,000 they're making. They don't need our $7,500, Neil. And they say they love the car. They're early adopters. They're going to buy the car anyway in limited numbers. So let them buy it. They're happy with it. Just don't take $7,500 from the rest of us.
Well, we might be getting there anyway. Mark, thank you very much. Good seeing you again.
Thanks, Neil. Good to see you.